Hello and welcome to today's Daily Trade Watch video brought to you by the Live Trader. Now today is Thursday the 8th of August, so just before we begin, as always, if you could take a brief moment and familiarise yourself with our risk warning, which is currently up on screen. So if you take a brief moment to become familiar with that. And what we'll do is we'll get straight in and discuss some high probability trading opportunities that we'll be looking at for the day ahead. So really it's just a follow on from yesterday's Daily Trade Watch video where we put two trade ideas forward, and the first one was buying the gold market above the 1475, and as you can see, we've had a really strong sizable move today in the gold market. So a really fantastic trade there. Just to share with you, yesterday we mentioned the 53.25 and we saw a really strong move down to the 50.50, which is the other level. We actually mentioned those two levels for this price to see some resistance around the 50.50 level, and that's exactly what we've seen. Now what's interesting for this market, the US oil market, is that we've had more than a 50% retracement. So clearly that is a really strong move to the downside, but it does create a bit of a question mark now in terms of whether this becomes a double bottom or whether this extends further to the downside. So just before we finish talking about the oil market, it's quite straightforward. We're going to sort of continue with the theme. There's a lot of indecision across many other markets over the course of yesterday's trading day. So really we're going with the markets that are moving, and that's the gold market to the upside. So above 1510 we'll be looking to get into this market. We do have strong resistance up here at the 1520 level, so do bear that in mind. See how price interacts and behaves. I'll just show you what that level corresponds to. It corresponds to these lows up here. So you're looking for lows on the way up and you're looking for highs on the way down to provide that resistance that we're always talking about. So that has the potential to provide a little bit of resistance, but might be worth looking at and seeing how price behaves around these levels. So that's the gold market, and the other market is the oil. Now we'd like to, in terms of our direction of bias, it would very much be to the downside, but it would have to now be to the downside below the 50.50 level, and obviously we're quite a bit away from that now as we're looking at this chart. So see how price behaves tomorrow. If it continues to roll over and squeeze down to the 50.50 and then breaks this level, then that does represent a really strong structural failure of the 50.50, and we'd expect these prices to be pushing down lower. And you can see there's a lot of air beneath this current price action, and it would represent a structural failure to the downside as well. So a lot of reasons to see continuation. So really we're looking for the oil markets to break below the 50.50 level and the gold market to break above the 15.10. So those are our trade calls that we'll be looking at very, very closely at over the course of the day. So that just about concludes today's Daily Trade Watch video. So feel free to connect with us for our social media channels currently up on screen. And if you are genuinely interested in learning how to trade the financial markets, do go to our website. You'll see a variety of different membership options there available for you. For as little as $19.99 US per calendar month, you can join our professional traders live every day and get really good solid trade ideas and get a really good strong understanding about how to engage with these financial markets, which is a very, very difficult environment for let's say inexperienced traders. Okay, so there's a lot of support and mentorship there as well. Okay, so thanks very much for joining us as always. Do take care. We look forward to seeing you next time. For everyone here, bye for now.